Hi there, welcome to my island. My name is @HogwartsGay on Instagram, or you can call me Theo. This is my Hogsmeade Island tour, and you'll notice today it's actually raining on my island, which is perfect because my island is themed to Harry Potter and the Wizarding World, and a little bit of some Jurassic World as well. So let's go check out my island. I just wanted you to come see it and see all of its glory. I'm very proud of how much work I put into it. This island is about 700 hours, 800 hours in. So I hope you enjoy this. If you need some cute, cozy vibes for Harry Potter, you can mute this and just join along. But without further ado, this is my island, so let's go. Oh, and also you can follow me on Instagram @hogwarts.gay or @hp.acnh. That second one is going to be the Instagram for this sort of live streaming, and I haven't enabled that yet. So, or I haven't really made use of that yet. So, yeah, but there will be good things to come on that Instagram. All right, let's go check out my island. So I've got my trusty umbrella out since it's raining so hard. It's actually thunderstorming today, so you'll see lightning and lots of really cool effects on the island. This is sort of my center, my little hub, if you will, of the island itself. If you look in the bottom right corner, my island is actually separated into pretty much 3 big columns. The left being Jurassic World, the middle being sort of my island residence and community, and then on the right column being the Harry Potter things. And it's pretty actually evenly dispersed. There are some Harry Potter kind of vibes for the island community, but it's mostly just 3 separate little entities. So first up, since this is Harry Potter Island tour, we will go to the right. As you can see, I've got some little chairs to sit that have the Hogwarts emblem, Wizarding emblem. So this is my little Hogsmeade entrance area. I really love it. It actually opens up to this beach. I didn't put anything on the beach. I wanted it to kind of be open space, open air. But as you go up, I actually have Harry and Ron's knit sweaters in front of the sisters, Able sisters. I actually put Madame Malkin's little emblem right there, so her little logo, if you will. So it's kind of it acts like Madame Malkin's. And then this over here obviously being sort of just the main storefront. I didn't really put a name on this storefront just because I didn't think that it needed one. At one point I did have a Weasley's design in front of it, but I think it's cute just on its own, and I kind of wanted to use some of the natural Animal Crossing features and kind of have it represent Hogsmeade rather than being a direct look at Hogsmeade, So this is my interpretation of what a Harry Potter island would be. So yeah, so there's that. If we go to the right, we've actually got this main area. This is my train station as it is right now. This is the only area on my island that's not fully fleshed out. So I'm still sort of working on this, but if you go through the train, you can actually board the train and take pictures as if you're going to Hogwarts. Now on the other side of this train station, it's kind of as if the train is docked in the station, not moving. So behind the train station is actually the Forbidden Forest, and back here you'll see there's little spiders on the ground. There's an axe. If you cross the bridge to get deeper into the forest, you'll come up on more spiders to follow. And then back here, aside from the 2 fossils I need to pick up, this is what you find. And that's supposed to be the little Patronus across the water over there. I love this area. I think it's so pretty and cute. It's so scenic. It took so much time putting this little area together, but I'm really proud of it. And ironically, this little rock appeared here out of nowhere, and it was so perfectly placed that I was like, you know what? So I put a big spider behind it to represent Aragog, sort of on the ground. And it's just a custom tile. I didn't want to do an actual spider. I know they have the spider little like display souvenir things that you can put out, figurines, if you will. And I didn't want to put that out because I wanted to be able to walk over that space rather than just have it kind of sit there. And this way, when you're in front of it, it's kind of hidden. So, but yeah, that's my little Patronus area deep in the Forbidden Forest. And it's perfect. It's really like meant to be shown off when it's raining like this and all like gloomy and stuff. This is my favorite weather in Animal Crossing, and I think it's so funny that it ended up storming tonight because I didn't even plan that when I sat down to like put this little video together. Okay, so that's my train station. So next we have the main part of the Harry Potter island, or the Harry Potter part of the island. So down here I have a little area. Now ignore these are being moved. But over here, this is my deck. You notice the Beware Mermaids. I actually made that by hand. Not super proud of it, but it works. And this is my deck. So this is supposed to represent, can you guess what it's supposed to represent? Yeah, this is supposed to represent the second Triwizard Tournament task. So when the Hogwarts students and Bobaton and and Victor Crumb and everybody, when they go out to the deck and they have to jump in the water, I just thought this was cute and perfect for that. And even the little like music box, like the music that it makes. I mean, you can't tell me that that's not perfect for the Triwizard Tournament. So anyways, I put that all out here so it looks like we're getting ready for it. And then back here, this is probably my favorite part of my island. This is my giant bridge. Ooh, lightning. This is my giant bridge to Hogwarts. So in the movies, there's this massive bridge that crosses from one, piece of land to the other. And I kind of wanted that for the entrance to the castle. So this is this massive bridge made out of just elevated land with specific fencing. And over here you can even see I use the pumpkin carriages and the reindeer to make it look like kids are arriving on Thestrals with carriages to come to Hogwarts. So, and then you follow this, you can see like I tried to do like forced perspective with the little houses on the sides and try to make it not fully even, but at the same time, trying to make it look pretty, but also not entirely perfect. So like I wanted it to look very natural and not super mirrored from left to right. And then you can see I put some of my lilies of the valley on the top up there, just cause. But this looks perfect with the thunderstorm going on in the background back there. But this is the entrance to my Hogwarts area. So I actually broke Hogwarts up into 2 houses because I didn't have enough space for all the classrooms that I wanted, and all the rooms that I wanted to represent within Hogwarts. But this is like the little courtyard area in front of it. A friend gave me this. Danny gave me this statue. This statue that he said made him think of Hogwarts. So we put it in the center because I just thought it looked perfect. So thank you, Danny, for that. But yeah, this is Hogwarts, the courtyard. And then let's go into, we'll do the house first. We'll go into my house and look at it. So we have 2 houses, 2 houses for different rooms. Some rooms are bigger than others, obviously, with like the upstairs and downstairs, but I wanted to do a bunch of different things. So this is sort of my take on the Great Hall, or not Great Hall, but like the staircases in the main area of Hogwarts. We don't have staircases in the game, so this was as close as I could get to it, but I definitely put things on the wall to try to make it resemble like the pictures, the hung frames, and all of that. And then I also put 3 little diagram frogs in the center on tables to represent sort of when the students come back to Hogwarts and they're greeted. I think it's the second or third movie maybe, where they're greeted with the singing toads in the castle. So anyways, I digress. Let's go into one of the rooms and see what's in there. I really love my house. So can anybody guess what room this is? If you guessed potions, you are correct. I wanted this to look really like pretty true to the movies. There's only so much you can do in Animal Crossing without doing like a ton of custom stuff. And that paneling is custom, obviously. But aside from that, all of these items are just well within the Animal Crossing game. So I thought this was really cute. So next up we've got another classroom. Can you take a guess at what it is? So for me with the chalkboard, this is supposed to represent the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. Not only from the magic over here, the little like magic set, but also the chalkboard. And how the students were kind of spread out. And I love the way this looks with this wallpaper. So that's my Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. The island is really, really fun to have friends over on and play around with because you can really recreate some of those little vignettes. But let's see what this one is. Can anyone guess what this is? I had to make Umbridge's office in Animal Crossing. I just had to. And you can see the little surveillance camera up at the top. Because she's always watching. We don't have cat portraits in the game, so I put these up on the wall because I thought they kind of resembled the general idea. But I knew I wanted her chair set up in a way where you could sit in it. So most of my island is accessible in terms of like the way things are laid out. I don't really like islands that you walk around and you can't access like the places to sit and the chairs at a table and things like that. I want you to be able to fully like play around on my island with what's going on. So I don't have very much that's like blocked off in a way that you can't use it. But yeah, that's Umbridge's room. And she has the blinds drawn because she's the worst. She likes it dark. So next up, let's go downstairs. This is my favorite room probably in this house. This is the restricted section of the library. So you've got like the normal section of the library. It's lit, it's dark. But then there's the non-lit area, which is the restricted area. And there's even a book down here on a chair. I really love this room just because with the wallpaper and the lighting, it just makes it feel like you're like hiding from Filch. I love that. And there's the lantern too that Filch carries in. Well, technically Filch brings one in, but Harry has one as well and knocks it over and it breaks. If I could have that on the floor like knocked over, I totally would, but that's about as far as we could go with theming on that. But I love that, and again, like I want all of these areas to be accessible for people to play around with when they're on my island. So I really try to pay attention to the detail of like how I set it up so people can use it. All right, we'll go upstairs. Now this area is under construction. Oh wait, no, just kidding. This one's not. The other one is. The other house is upstairs. So this is actually not a classroom, but an office. Can you guess whose office this is? This is supposed to be Dumbledore's office, as noticed by the bird, which, I mean, they don't have phoenixes in the game, but here we are. Yeah, I wanted this to be Dumbledore's office. And we even put the little bird bath over here for the pensieve. And I put a bed over here so that I can actually go to sleep in one of the houses and like dream for people's dream codes if I want to. There's a trunk, which is supposed to be similar to how in the third film Lupin teaches Harry how to defend himself against Dementors in Dumbledore's office. Or what I think is Dumbledore's office. But anyways, yeah, I love this. The lighting is cool. So this was my interpretation of Dumbledore's office. Granted, there's a lot more to Dumbledore's office than this, but this is what I was able to come up with within the game. And I'm pretty proud of it. So. All right, so next up we'll go into the second house. There's a number of classrooms in the second house as well. And the second house is set up a little bit differently. Since we have the main hallway or corridor area in this house, in the second one, we don't have the main corridor. We actually have the Slytherin common room as the entryway into the second house. So this is my Slytherin common room. I have it set up as if it's like the holiday season, because I just love that era, or like time period in the Harry Potter movies. Oop, there's a roach. No, 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 no. Got him, okay. Yeah, and you'll see the Slytherin pillow over there. I love this wallpaper. I thought this was set up really cute. And you can, even though the table is pushed up against that chair, that love seat, you can actually use still the love seat. All right. So next up is the kitchen. Hogwarts kitchen. I love this. Again, another use of that. I think it's ramshackle wall or something. I just love the colors in here. It's so pretty. So yeah, this is my little kitchen for Hogwarts. Ooh, another roach. Ah! Okay, so this is probably my favorite themed room in this house. It's just so cute the way that I was able to put it together. This, damn roach. Okay. This, can you guess? It's Moaning Myrtle's bathroom. And I even put a robe up there so it's like Moaning Myrtle herself is watching over it. But yeah, I leave the sinks running in here, and then we have the fountain, and then the clam fountain, so very much Moaning Myrtle vibes. Yeah, I love this. And even like the candle being placed where it is, it just makes it feel so much similar to the ambiance that's given in the movies for Moaning Myrtle's bathroom, how it's real dimly lit, but then there's little creaks of light, little snips of light. So yeah. Every time I walk into a room in here, my goodness. Okay, let's go over here. Now this is another classroom with another roach. My goodness. Can you tell whose classroom this is? Obviously, I didn't have space to do a round room, but this is intended to be Professor Trelawney's room, her classroom. So the students would sit in here and read into their cups, their fate, and just hope and pray that they don't get the Grim. And I even included a little teacup in the front next to her little pillow. And I could just see her like teaching in here. I love the way that this one turned out. This one turned out so cute. But yeah. So that's her classroom. What classroom has been your favorite so far? Out of the classrooms, hers is probably my favorite. I love the Moaning Myrtle bathroom. I love this common room. I love the library. And then upstairs here, this is the one that's under construction. This originally, so yeah, this is the Ministry of Magic. But I'm not in love with it because it doesn't really go anywhere or do anything. I do want to retheme this room, but for now, this is how I have it set up. So we have, the statue that's in the center of the Ministry of Magic. We've got the, these are custom walls I did. And then the green glowing frozen, pillars and archway to really give it that, that sort of flue powder vibe to it. I even put suitcases on the top over here. So it's got that kind of work feel to it. I don't know. This was my attempt at doing the Ministry of Magic. I'm not in love with it, but it's going to change. We're going to retheme that. And then I don't have a downstairs for this house. So that's one room that I do have space to do things with. But for now, that's the second house. All right. So next up, we've got the herbology class. Now, of course, I had to put this outside because it's the herbology class from like Hello. But I love this. All these little creatures and butterflies and just all the greenery, little Halloween vibes too. Put both house mailboxes back here so it feels, feels like they would go right there naturally instead of in front of the castle. And then over here, this is my little like hidden just stargazing area. I put all these like flowers out that coordinate, so everything is either purple and orange alternating or pink and blue. I just love those color combinations, so I try to make it match. But yeah, I love this. So cute, so pretty. Little Christmas vibes, why not? And this little deck to like sit, watch the stars. Or lightning, in this case. But yeah. Love that. All right, let's take you, I'll show you this really quick. I did just install this yesterday, actually, this little incline right here. So this is going to lead down to the docks at Hogwarts, which is, they really only like showed it in the final film. It's where Snape actually dies, but it's this like big building that sits right out on the water that has like boats in it and stuff, and I'm gonna put that here eventually or do something similar to that with this space, but for now there's nothing there, but that's the intention. Alright, so let's leave the Hogwarts area. And we'll go check out some villagers' houses, some villager homes. We'll go see some villagers. Okay, so this is one of two ways to go to the villagers. So we're going to start out here. If you go between the Hogsmeade shops, this is actually Hagrid's hut. Excuse the giant rocks, I need to smash these. This is Hagrid's hut. We've got dragon eggs. We've got pumpkins galore. We've got a pumpkin stump. A Hogwarts lantern. Love this. Giant spider for Aragog, Little spiders. Over here is like just a little area to like sit, relax. I love putting in little areas to like sit and just have a pretty environment. Pretty atmosphere. going to go over to the community area next. So we're back at the hub, and we're going to go up. And here, of course, is my resident services. KK's here today. And I have this separated off from everything else. I didn't like the placement of where it is in relation to my airport, so I sort of like forced it to be its own thing. Alright. So here we have 2 villager homes. This is Eric's house. Eric is one of my favorites. And this is Judy. Judy's my other favorite. I'm going to put my favorites up here because I really wanted them to have their own little spaces away from everybody else. Most of the villagers are upstairs, which you'll see in a second, but I wanted them to have their own little small space, and it's real cute, and it's kind of front and center when you enter this area. I did also put both an incline here and an incline down here, so it is up here the area is symmetrical to a degree. And I wanted that for the community area, not to where it's like a grid, but I still wanted it to be symmetrical so it was easy to get around the island and everything was connected and things like that. So connected where they should be, separate where they need to be. So first up, over here, I just want to show you really quick. This is actually a little hidden area to my campsite. Let's see who's here today. I have no idea who's here. I hate, like, sometimes I'll go in my campsite and it's a villager I don't care about at all. Yeah, see, I don't know who this is, but I just chatter. Okay. But usually I'll walk in, see who it is, not care about this character, and immediately just leave, and they're like, hmm? Okay. So we're gonna leave the little campsite, which this is my little like outdoor camping area. I wanted that to be kind of separate and private and like hidden, so that it's not, it's kind of like they have their own little space. Okay, so for villagers, so this is my town area. This is, I forget her name. This is Gala's house. And all the town area is kind of Halloween themed, more or less. I wanted to have like a Halloween area for within the Harry Potter sort of island. That could stay that way year round, just because Harry Potter is very fall, winter themed, pretty much the entire series. So, and then this is Lolly's house. I have like clothes line and, you know. And then we've got Anka? Is it Anka? Anka, okay. And then back here we've got, I just put this in today, it's a little like wedding pavilion. I just thought this was such a cute little space that I wanted to do something with it. And these just came out as new items, so wanted to incorporate that somehow. And then back here, this is like a little shop, a little like local, you know, just small shop with a bunch of just random finds. And then this is my favorite. So all of this on the right, this is my sort of Greek statue garden. I saw somebody online at an island that had like more or less like a giant area with just like Greek statues all throughout. And so I took that idea and I kind of like applied my own taste to it and made it look like this. I wanted this area to be fairly symmetrical in terms of how it was laid out. So yeah, so that's that over down on the left. And I set it up in a way to where when you're standing up here, it's pretty, you know, it's not only pretty, but it's pretty symmetrical as well. Okay, so we already saw Gala's house. This is, I forget his name too. There's a couple of villagers that are new on my island. This is Ozzy's house. And then back here we have a little train set. And this is actually Privet Drive. I need to put the sign out for it, but this is supposed to be Privet Drive. Had to put Privet Drive in here somewhere. And if you can't tell, the white plain house with the letters coming out of it is the Dursleys. Put a little campsite across the way from it. And I did all of this with the intention of really hiding that campsite in front of it as much as possible, trying to keep it out of the frame. I've got to put some bushes over here on either side. It's one of the only things I didn't do with this area just yet that I was working on earlier today, but yeah, I wanted that area to be kind of separate. And you can actually go this way and walk all the way around the top of the Patronus area. Just for fun. More so for me than for other people, but yeah. So that's my community area. And this is like, that looks like over here. Yeah. So we'll leave the community area. This doesn't lead to anywhere. It's just a little mini, you know, aesthetic bridge that I thought was cute. It was part of the Sanrio set. And I really loved this little bridge because it makes it look like it goes somewhere, but it doesn't actually connect to anything. So it kind of occupies this little corner in a way where it looks beautiful, but it doesn't serve like a function. So that's kind of cool for a small area, you know, to have a bridge where you don't want to section off 4 pieces of land and all that stuff. And if you notice, I also try to keep the flowers in theme with areas. Like I try to set certain flower color variations to certain areas. I'm a mess about trees. I use trees more than any other item in the game. And I use a lot of street lamps and hedges. Okay, so we've seen 2/3 of the island. Now let's go over to the Jurassic World area. So this area is it's probably my favorite on my island, even though my island is Harry Potter themed. I love the Harry Potter area, but this is like my pride and joy because I really like. I had a whole Harry Potter themed island that was just Harry Potter, and then I decided to add this Jurassic World area. And it gave me some freedom and liberty to kind of like just go crazy. This front part of it is my favorite. I just love the way it looks. It looks so earthy and pretty and almost natural. So yeah, this is my Jurassic World area. Ooh, this is not supposed to be there. That's what the rain will do. So yeah, so this is the Jurassic World area. And there's like a little bench over here. And then you can cross the bridge and enter Jurassic World. Now, this is not done, but this is supposed to be like a little library back here that you can walk around that's outside. And then on the opposite side, there's a little like outdoor dining area. Still working on all of that. And then if you go up, this is supposed to be like the exhibit, where you can walk high above it and walk through the area and see different dinosaur fossils. And I actually placed a ton of little items, little lighting, little shrubs on the ground to make it look like it's high above the trees. Like the shrubs are supposed to be like treetops. And then of course this area back here is kind of overgrown. I need to fix this. But you get the idea. And I just really wanted something you could walk through that felt like it was like an exhibit of sorts. So yeah. Now back here, despite the mass, you can see the little raptors on the ground there. This is my Jurassic World area. So over here you've got a museum with like a park clock. And wait, what time is it now? Oh, I was like, what? Over here you've got this big park area. Feels very like touristy. You've got a little like coffee shop over here with a fountain. And then on the left you've got this little black flower garden with a bridge above it. And I love the way that looks with those statues turned around like that. And then this is like one of the small areas I've yet to fully flesh out. This is supposed to be like a little like server area with sort of the technical side of Jurassic World. So yeah, that's my little Jurassic World area. I love it so much. Still small little areas I can like expand on within it, but I'm really proud of how it looks, and especially this entrance. This entrance is my absolute favorite. I love it so much. I mean, like the depth that those layers gives, like with the flowers at the very top and the skull in the middle, and then the bench on the ground, barbed wire fencing on the left, and then the country fencing on the front with the shrubs. I just love all of it. And then up here, I hate, sorry about it, but I hate Truffle. I can't stand her, and there's some stuff on the beach that I haven't cleaned up yet, but I'm trying to get Truffle to move out. So I put her house on the beach so she would never bother me, or she would never run into me, and she's yet to do so, but she still hasn't asked to leave, so that's not that exciting. I just don't like her. She's snooty. And she's got a bowl cut. And then back here I've got one more little area to show. So this actually goes behind the Jurassic World area. You can walk behind this. And it's this little garden I'm working on. I just love this little garden. There's a little area down there too, but that's changing, so I'm not even going to bother showing that right now. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of my island. I really wanted to theme as much as I could, make little areas, make big areas, really make everything feel like a spectacle to the most I could, and optimize the layout in a way where I can put as much as I can into it, so I'm really proud of it. Alrighty guys, well that's my island. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little like live stream. I can't wait to show you more and like play Animal Crossing with you. And check out some of your islands. If you have an island, comment below your island address if you feel like it. or you can message it to me on Instagram at hogwarts.gay. Whatever you'd like, but I can't wait to see your islands and to play Animal Crossing with you, and hopefully I'll see you on Instagram as well. Until next time, though, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.